What is going on, YouTube? Hope y'all are doing good. This is I'm a Fool Part 2. It happened again. I was going to wait until I had another form from another casino, but they are twiddling their thumbs and taking their time. So that'll be Part 3. And I was watching my first video. None of these aren't to be boastful. These aren't like, oh, look how much money I won. There's a point, but in order to get to the point and get into the dichotomy of gambling and the addictive nature of it, and why in the end I kind of wish I wouldn't have won anything at all, we got to get through the beginning, the middle of the whole fiasco. So this takes place 4 or 5 months after the fact of the California casino. I left the California casino, and for 4 or 5 months didn't have an urge, didn't have an inkling to go back through to any casino. I could drive by them. Not a second thought. I figured the chance of me winning that much money again were slim to none, right? Casinos aren't big and fancy and real nice because they're giving out money. They're that big and nice because they're taking money. I'm stupid, but I'm not that big of a fool to understand that the house always wins. So this takes place, like I said, 3 or 4 months later. I done turned in my lease truck. I was going to get my truck that I've ordered that is mine with my name on the side that I'm working on owning. The plan was to drop off the old lease truck, head home over in Houston, Texas, or Willis, Texas, 20, 30 miles north of Houston. That's where I lay my head when I'm not in this truck. And the plan was to take 2 months off, chill out. Then when my truck came in, hit the road again, keep grinding. So turn in the lease truck, get all the extras paid, spend like $14,000, $15,000, get all my responsibilities taken care of, have some money in the bank, go home, start vacation. To start vacation, I wanted to put Houston, Texas on the side of my truck. So it's where I was born and raised, that's my home, that's my city, that's what I represent, if you will. So I want it on the side, so I called the sticker guy. Hey man, any way we can add Houston, Texas on the side of the truck? He specifically says, I don't think we can do that because I just did your truck yesterday. Right? Prime hasn't called me. Nobody's contacted me saying my truck's ready. All I got is the sticker guy saying that he has put my stickers on my truck and he can't put another sticker on there because it's already over at the yard. Cool, right? I'm excited. Been home a week and a half, not a month. I've been waiting months and months on this truck. Fuck it, right? We're going to go back. We're going to get to work. So I got to head from Houston, Texas to Springfield, Missouri, about a 600-mile run. No biggie. Leave at night, right? Try to get through Dallas right after rush hour. The quicker you can get through Dallas, the better. Doesn't matter if you're in a truck, car, whatever. It's a pain in the ass. So I go through Dallas. Whenever I get through Dallas, there's the Choctaw Casino Resort right there. I can't remember what interstate it's on, but right when you get through Dallas into Oklahoma, everything comes, there's tons of construction, and the freeway actually comes to a stoplight right there. Had no plans going to a casino. I haven't thought about a casino in 4 or 5 months. It's like 9, 10 o'clock at night. Driven maybe 3, 4 hours, making good time. Prime doesn't know I'm coming. They haven't told me the truck's coming. I get to the stoplight right there where you can go straight and off to Springfield, Missouri. You can take a right into the casino. And because, I don't know, I just had a wild hair up my ass, I was like, got some money in the bank, right? Got time, not in no rush. Fuck it. Let's go pull out $1,000, see what we can do. So I go over there, I rent me a hotel room, because I was going to rent a hotel room anyway. It might as well be right there. Got me a hotel room, pull out $1,000, lose $1,000 in like 30 minutes. Because at this point, after the California casino escapades, I can't just bet $1 a spin, right? That's not making the endorphins pop in my brain. That's not a good enough hit, if you will, of adrenaline. So I'd go to $25 pool machines, right? Lose $1,000. That's what I set. That was my leave and go home. I lost that and I was like, fuck it. Still had like $3-4 grand in the bank. Let me pull out one more. I lose this, I'll go to the hotel, I'll go to sleep. Pull out 1,000. I think I went down to 500. Hit a $5,000 jackpot. I took a picture of it, but it was so long ago, I don't even know where it is. But hit 5,000 right there. Then I went and hit like they paid me out 14 grand, like actual $100 bills. That $55,000 or $65,000 number, I didn't see that in my hand. Like that wasn't the actual cash that they paid out to me. I guess that was money that I've won and lost. I can remember when I won that 5, I started hammering down some shots, feeling good, and it kept winning. Hit 2 or 3 grand here, 1,500 over here, 1,000 over there. Pulled that out, put it in another machine, won 2 grand. So mentally, right, I was starting to believe that maybe winning money in a casino wasn't as far-fetched as I was usually thinking. Maybe because the fact that it happened again, right? I was able to win and have $100 bills in my pocket. And I think the smartest thing I did here, went to sleep like 1 a.m., left that casino with money in my pocket, with damn near the whole 14 grand. And when I got the paperwork, that $65,000, all I can remember is the last machine I was at. It was one of those stupid ones where it's like grand jackpot, $120,000 or something like that, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna get that one. So even if I won 1,000, it all stayed in that machine, and I just kept. You've seen them. You've seen the old people in there just pressing that button. That was me. All right, I'm gonna get that one. It didn't matter what I won or lost on that machine. I was pretty intoxicated. So that's where that money had. I wouldn't know. I never touched it. But yeah, 65 grand. Apparently, I played with, and then 14 grand they pulled out to me. So mentally, right? Okay. Still on a hot streak. Still on the old run, if you will. Still got the leprechaun heading up my ass and making home. So I wake up the next day. Still don't got to be at Prime at any specific time. Don't have to be anywhere. So I wake up and my dumb ass Googles casinos on the way from Choctaw Casino over to Springfield, Missouri, where our terminal is. There's like 8 or 9 of them. And in my infinite wisdom, I was like, okay, let's go hit up every one of them and see what we can do. I had thousands of dollars in the bank, in my pocket again. Thousands of dollars in my bank account. Everything was looking like it was good. And sure as shit, I would go to the next one down the road, win 500, walk out, right? Go to the next one, 60 miles down the road. And I mean, these weren't even, half these didn't even look like casinos. They were literally trailers with slot machines in them. And I'd walk out with $200-300. Walk out with 100. Might lose 200 here. Get all the way over. I'm on the phone with someone who I used to talk to on the way to Springfield over in Joplin, heading to Joplin to Springfield, and I miss Buffalo Run Casino, which is going to come into the next story, because that is a very important one, and that is the one that I'm waiting on the paperwork for. Go over to Downstream Casino right there. Real nice casino, my type casino. Good people over there at the Downstream, right? Walk in there, lose about, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 grand. Go to the high roller machines, lose 4 or 5 grand, and go to Springfield. Well, I go to Springfield. Hey, I'm here for my truck. You know, I talked to the sticker guy. Sticker guy says, you know, he did the truck yesterday. They can't find it on any list. It's not on any of their delivery list. It's not on any that it's going to be there within 2 or 3 weeks. None of that, right? So apparently they even said, I don't know who you talked to, but they were mistaken. We don't have your truck. We don't know when your truck's coming in. It could be 3 weeks. It could be 2 months. Okay. Well, I didn't have nothing else to do, and I wasn't going to drive back home. So I went ahead and paid cash for a hotel in Springfield. And now I have idle time. Bunch of money in my pocket, right? Fuck it. let's go back. Let's go hit up the one casino that I missed, which was Buffalo Run Casino. And we'll get into that in part 3. But mentally, this is where things start to change, and where instead of being logical, instead of acting like, you know, the amount of luck was ridiculous that I was experiencing, it was, well, fuck, I can't lose, right? I'm going in placing stupid bets. And it happened again. And now like it planted that seed in the old brain to where I needed to go. I could have went home and chilled out on thousands of dollars, but that wouldn't have been no fun. So I decided to go back. And you would think that, you know, this one, like, you can't get more money, and no way it could happen 3 times. It did. And we'll get into that when that paperwork finally comes in. I've been checking my email every day. They said they got a stack of them and they're working on them as fast as they can. But yeah, so this is the second run. They said I won and lost $65,000. They paid me out $14,000. And this is after that one, I would sit here and say that mentally, this is where the chemistry in my brain started changing. Started to be a lot more foolish. Like, okay, we can't lose. And why would I think I could when I've had the best luck in the world just getting up here? So that's part 2 of I'm a Fool, the start of the run of a lifetime. Part 3 is going to be the run of a lifetime, and part 4 is going to be the inevitable fall from grace. And the gambling can be fun, but it can also be very dangerous if you're irresponsible like I am. And lucky for me, I'm able to pull myself out of holes fairly easily and out of bad situations, but it could have turned really bad. But we'll get into that in part 4. I just didn't want to leave y'all hanging, so there's part 2. That is after 4 or 5 months after California, and now we're in Oklahoma. We have hit jackpots again. We have went to get our truck. They don't know when the truck's coming in, so we got nothing but time and money in my pocket. And we will continue with part 3. Y'all be safe, be decent. Tiptoe 10-4, I'm going. Y'all take it easy.